right before we started lit a fire in me that you will never understand, because he is a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. He's the one who has left here. He drinks a little bit. He'll come through that aisle, and before he gained this new respect for what we're doing, he would holler off and he would say, "Who gives up SHRT?" And I got so angry one time with him disrespecting the caucus. He was talking to us. Oh, he's there. He's still here. But anyway, I love him. He and I are friends. I hollered out, "I do." And I said, "I give it." And I never use that. I never do that. But I was angry to the point to let somebody know that we care. And the reason that we're here is that we care. And I had an adversarial relationship with a fellow who now respects what we're trying to do. He doesn't necessarily agree that we are absolutely right. We still have contentions, but I say this is the common ground we have to build with Democrats who share our destiny, folks. We have a shared destiny with these people who maybe we don't agree with. We have to get our policies right. Whether or not we can get the perfect person elected, I don't know. But we have to get somebody elected who will represent the interests of the country, who are Democrats and Republicans. If we fail to do that, then we have failed our country, you and me, you and I. I'm motivated to get the truth out. The truth will fall where it lays. I don't want to manipulate how the truth falls. That's what the Republican Party elite is trying to do. They're trying to manipulate how the truth falls, because you know what? They don't think we can handle the truth. And quite frankly, we may not be able to handle the truth. But let me have it. I don't want to lie. I want to know why my children may die, my grandchildren. I want to know the reason. Don't tell me it's weapons of mass destruction when what we're doing is going over there to protect the debt that we have here. And that's what it is, folks. The debt of a spending spree that has to be, the dollar has to be hegemonic in these countries, and the deal with the petrodollar is that you will sell your oil in dollars, and the profit you make, you will buy our debt. That's what it is. That's what it is right now. That's what Benghazi was about. We have to make these countries use the US dollar, or our debt machine will quit printing. Are we willing to sell our soul on the altar of commerce? Because that's exactly what we're doing. And I have said it over and over and over again, and we will polarize and paralyze the conservative movement because we want to identify a different problem. This is the problem. It is spending. It is the over $200 trillion of unfunded liabilities this country has because of debt instruments that we have continued to do through social spending, through aid to other countries that probably shouldn't have been done because of bargains with military industrial complex. You know, when we give $30 million to a country, you know generally what it's for? We've given millions of dollars to Egypt to buy jets that have to be built by whom? Military industrial complex. Who lobbied for that aid? You get my gist? You understand? The debt, the unfunded liability debt that we have is not only military spending, it is all kinds of spending, and that is part of it. But we have to pay for that debt, and how we pay for it is in the blood of the U.S. soldiers. I'm just tired of not facing it, folks. We send them over there to prop up the dollar and the petrodollar bargain, so those countries have to continue to buy our treasury bills. What do our treasury bills do? They back our debt, and they continue to lubricate the wheels of the printing machine of debt. We can't keep doing it. And apparently, folks are tired of hearing the message. This place should be filled up. But I'm not going to be discouraged in my message because people have more important things to do. It's okay that they think they're more important, but I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be a time when they realize that this was the most important message that we could bring to the Republican Party. Hey, listen, we understand what's going on. I don't want the disenfranchisement of the Republican Party. I want the refranchisement of the American people in the Republican Party. I do want that. And that's what I'm going to work for. If you folks have questions and want to ask questions, I need to stop. And I think we can call this a short caucus. I'm not going to show a video, but we will take questions if you have some questions. I'm going to take a drink while we do it. We have heard a lot of newscasts about Islam. My daughter didn't like it when I say Islam. She says, that's pejorative. And I said, well, honey, I don't mean it to be. I say Israel, too. It's just the way I say things. It's Islam and Israel. But there was a couple of folks that were talking about how that ISIS has hijacked the religion of Islam, and that there are moderates who are trying to remedy that. And I will always say this, they're wrong. ISIS is not hijacking Islam. Islam employed ISIS. Islam employed Al-Qaeda. Islam is what Islam is. Muhammad said what he said. The Tawidists, the original intenters, which we want our Supreme Court to make judgments on laws, the original intent of Muhammad is very clear. That's called Tawhid, the original intent. And they are imbued by power, thinking that they are doing the will of Allah. When you hear when you see them point like this to the air and say Allahu Akbar, what they are saying is, God is greatest. There is no partner. Understand the meaning of this, folks. It's very important. What they're saying is, Jesus Christ is a liar because he claims to be God, and Allahu Akbar means that Allah is God only, and he has no partners. Islam says this 5 times a day, folks. I just want you to understand when somebody says that Islam is a religion of peace. No, it's not. It is not. It's a religion of death and destruction because it is the words of Muhammad. I'm not going to get into the minutiae of all of those hadiths and everything because you can do that and it'll be done for you. But here's the thing I want to leave tonight with. And I meant to get this into the message before I close. We have good Muslims. Yes, there is. But they're not moderate. They're not looking at Islam and trying to moderate Islam. What they are trying to do, and please remember this and say it wherever you go, they are reformers. They are Islamic reformers. They have Islam, what they believe is Islam has a form that needs to be reformed. And the form that they see is ISIS. The form that Islam is what Muhammad said. It is what the hadiths say. That is Islam, folks. Let's not be deceived by Obama and about 10 people in his administration who are all Muslim, and he is also. I'll make that accusation. Let's not be deceived by those who say that Islam is a religion of peace. I do understand that there's a large population of Muslims who are reformers, and they want to have a peaceful religion. This is so. So let's not get confused. Not all Arabs are Islam, by the way. Some are Arab Christians. So don't ever say, one fellow said, he's not here anymore, he's got some bad health, but he would say, let's just get our shotguns and go kill everybody in Dearborn. And I said, as stupid as that is, I'll answer it. In the first place, you're not killing all Muslims if you kill everybody in Dearborn. There are Arabs there who are Christians. And it wouldn't be right just to kill somebody because they're a Muslim anyway. So and it was on YouTube, and I had to give a counter to this. That is ludicrous, and you are crazy for saying that. That is not the way. Most of the folks in Dearborn are reformers. They are Islamic reformers. They want Islam to be different. Not all of them are, though. Some of them are radicalized in their mosques. And the ones who become radicalized believe that Muhammad said the true things of Islam, that the hadiths are the real way. Sharia law, the way that you can tell one from the other, if they are reformers or if they're true Islamists, is do they believe in Sharia law? You ask them, should Sharia law be the law of our land? If they say yes, they are Islamists. They are radicalized Islamists. They just haven't pronounced it yet. If they will say, well, no, I love this country, then they are reformers. And there are a lot of them. And we need to understand that when the Republican Party says, the officials say that we need to learn to work with Islam being a religion of peace, we need to inform them that there is a sect of Islam that are reformers, and we need to call them. Judy Yasser is a reformer. Jehudi Yasser is his name. You see him on Fox News a lot. He is not a moderate. He is a reformer. And I have a lot of respect for him because he is taking on one of the world's worst evil factions in the history of this world. And he is trying to reform it for the good of the people of the earth. We have a real problem. And because America has seared its soul on the altar of commerce, we will jump right in bed with the enemy. We will sleep with the enemy of Islam, as we're doing in Saudi Arabia, so long as they purchase our debt. That's what it's all about. It's what Benghazi's about. It's why we will have this conspiracy to install protection for Hillary Clinton. I believe it's so. I may be wrong. Time will tell. Well, folks, thanks for coming out tonight. I'll be hanging around. We can have some more discussion. If you want to get a question on YouTube, the mic will come over to you. Otherwise, we'll close for the night. Thank you for coming. Good night.